Hello and welcome back to another Contactable video. In this video we'll be explaining the concept of a C tag or Contactable tag. When you install Contactable, you are asked certain details of yourself, your name, surname, phone numbers, email addresses, etc. And from that it generates a variety of C tags that you can choose from that are a combination of your name and surname, just your surname and some random values. And this is effectively your contactable identifier for life. If you don't want a random value, like you'll see Jill has on the left hand side Jill 1630, and on the right hand side Jack has Jack 1001, you can purchase your own personalized C tag from Contactable. So let's start to use this Contactable tag, see what it's actually used for. So first of all, note that Jack's C tag is 1001. So in my example, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to log out of Contactable. So what that means, of course, is that the next time that I want to run Contactable as an application, of course, I'm logged out, so I'll have to use the login function. And here, my name, my username effectively, I can either use the email address that's registered with Contactable or my C tag. In this case, let's use the C tag. So I use my C tag, Jack1001, and my password. So as you can see, we can use the C tag to log into Contactable. The next scenario would be if I, let's say, meet up with someone, in this case let's say Jill, and Jill and myself decide we want to share our contact information, but we want that information to be linked both to the phone book and to Contactable so that it's always up to date automatically. In this case, what would happen, of course, is that Jill might say, "Clink with me, Jack. My C tag is Jill1630. So what Jack could then do is go to the connect button. As you can see on the bottom left hand side, we're on the connect tab already, and we can say I'd like to invite Jill using her C tag. Because it's the first time I've used this function, a help text box will appear that tells you all about the C tag and the function itself, so very helpful. It only happens the first time you use the feature. And in this case, I must type the C tag of the individual I wish to clink with. In this case, it's Jill1630. And I also, of course, choose which profile I'd like to share with Jill. As you would have seen in other videos, we can create profiles like business cards, a personal and a business profile. In this case, because I'd like to share my business contact information with Jill, I'll leave it as business profile. If I wanted to do personal, of course, I would click on the profile option and I could choose the personal or the business option. I'm going to leave it as business and I'm going to invite Jill. You'll see, of course, I get a notification saying that I have successfully invited Jill. If I show you at the bottom, if I go to my invites, I have an outgoing request now saying you have requested to clink with Jill Pale. You'll notice, of course, on Jill's phone, she receives a message saying Jack Hill would like to clink, so to connect and link, meaning he'd like to share his contact information with you in Contactable and link it to your phone's phone book. If she says OK, you'll note that on the bottom she now has an invites option. Of course, it says that somebody's invited her. Now what I'd like to show you first, before we go any further, is on Jill's phone, I'd like to actually go to her contacts and I'd like to look whether she knows about a Jack. And you'll note she does not know about a Jack. She knows a Jackie. That's someone completely different. So Jill will now of course go to the invites button in Contactable. You can see that Jack Hill would like to clink. She clicks on it, and you'll see here of course it says Jack Hill's got a profile that he'd like to share with you, and you can now accept and share. What that means is that you'll accept Jack's business card, so you'll accept his contact information into Contactable, and you'd like to share your contact information with Jack. And in this case, if you do share, what information are you going to share? And you can see it's your business profile as well. There are other options like accept and don't share, which of course means you'll get Jack's information into your Contactable contact book and also into your phone book, but you won't share anything with Jack. Decline or not now means nothing will happen, and of course block means that Jack couldn't try and clink with you in the future, maybe if you're feeling that you're being harassed or something like this. In this case, you'll just accept and share. Now remember, of course, I've just received Jack's contact information, and I've just shown you that we don't actually have Jack's contact information in my phone book. So if I said that I'd like to link to an existing address book contact in my phone, let's do that now, and I look for a Jack, we've already verified that there is no Jack. The reason why that feature's there, it's very powerful, is because we'd like to eliminate the possibility of duplication in your phone book. In this case, we know we don't know a Jack, so I can create as a new address book contact. I'm taking Jack's information, of course, from Contactable, and I'm putting it into my phone's phone book. And as you can see, in Contactable now, under contacts, I have a contact called Jack Hill, and there's a tick next to him, which means that I've received that information, Jack's information, and it's inside my phone book. And if I show you that now, you'll notice there is now a phone book entry for Jack Hill, and if I go into it, it's obviously all of Jack's contact information as was defined in his business profile. And of course now, because we shared back with Jack, Jack gets a message saying that Jill would like to clink with you. And if I go into Jill's request here, you'll notice of course that Jill has shared her contact information with me, and I've got an option to accept and decline. Obviously keep in mind I've already shared my information with Jill. She's now shared it back, so my option is to accept. And again, I'll either link to an existing address book entry in my phone book, or I'll create a new entry. If we take a look in my phone book, we're going to look for a Jill, and you'll notice of course that I don't have a Jill in my phone book at the moment, so I'll create as a new address book entry, and Jill is now clinked with me. So if I go into my phone book entry now, you'll notice of course I have a Jill with her contact information, and we're completely linked. Enjoy Contactable. I look forward to clicking with you in the future. Bye bye.